stomach.
How long has that been going on?
Oh, God. Well, since I guess the beginning, about 4 months, but today it's bad.
Okay, and that's when you were diagnosed 4 months ago? Okay. Has the pain been getting progressively worse, or has it stayed the same?
And sometimes it's worse, sometimes it's better.
Okay, okay. And today, like 1 out of 10, 10 being the worst, how bad is it today?
Like 7.
Okay. God, I'm so sorry. Okay. And this is an everyday pain. Okay. Is your area here, is that the only area you're having pain, or are you having it?
It feels like it's every place. I just,
Okay. Are you taking any meds right now for it?
I'm lucky. My wife, she gives me my medicine, but I don't know what I'm taking.
Okay, and you live here with your wife and,
And my 2 kids,
okay. How old are they?
5 and 10.
5 and 10. What are their names?
Steve and Julie.
And Julie. Okay. Okay, and do you have anyone else staying with you right now to help out?
My mom.
Okay. How is your appetite?
I don't want to eat.
Okay, so you, in the last 4 months, would you say you've had a decrease in your appetite, what you're able to eat, or what you feel like eating?
Yeah, I don't feel like eating. Just tired a lot.
Do you find that you're sleeping more?
Pain is really bad.
Okay, so it's difficult to sleep? Okay. Okay, with, going back to your appetite, have you noticed any weight loss?
I'm sure.
I see, I had the report that you were just in the hospital for vomiting, nausea?
That's where I was in the hospital a long time ago for vomiting.
Okay, is that still happening?
Yeah.
Okay, how often does that happen?
It feels like all the time.
All the time, okay. The nausea and the vomiting?
I said, I don't know. I don't vomit that much, but I feel nauseous all the time.
Oh, gosh, okay. Are you taking anything to help that?
No.
No, okay.
Or maybe I don't know.
Okay. Your wife is the one that,
She's a nurse.
okay, oh, good, okay. Okay. Have you had any type of treatment for the cancer?
Well, they said that I am not able to do the chemo or that stuff. They said there's some type of a trial. I don't know what to do.
Okay, so you haven't had any type of treatment so far? Okay. What would you like to do? What's important to you? Would you like to try treatment, or would you really like to have your symptoms under control right now?
Well, they said that the treatment won't work, but there's a trial. I don't know what to do. My mom, she's here, and she keeps on praying, and I don't know, maybe she's right, and my wife, she wants me to do the trial.
Okay. So you're conflicted?
I don't want to be any sicker.
Is managing
said that there's a trial and that I might be able to do it.
Okay. But nothing's been established yet, you haven't done.
I don't remember if they told me.
Okay, okay. Well, what it sounds like is, one of our biggest programs that the focus is pain and symptom management, which sounds like that's important to you right now, getting that under control, your pain and your nausea, so you can spend time with your family and feel better. If you'd like to sign up for that, and I can talk to your wife about it as well, and your mom, and we can review some materials, and I can just explain to you the care team that would come out. And then if you do decide down the road that you would like to get this treatment, the trial, you can absolutely do that. You can come off of that service and get that. Nothing would be concrete, because our lives are flexible, and so our programs have to be flexible. How does that sound? Okay. Would you like me to speak to your wife as well? Is she here? Okay. Do you think she's available by phone? We could have her on speakerphone.
I should start making decisions. It's
Okay. Okay.
Putting too much on it.
Okay. And what we can do is either I can review the packet with you, or we can sign it today, and then if your wife has any questions, we can certainly answer those, and we could actually have an admin nurse come out tonight for hospice.
Okay, I think that's it.
Very
Thanks,
good.
guys. Thanks, Molly.
Good.
I felt like I was in a soap opera. I'm like, oh, how are you?
So, I think the way they did it last time was, I think, Joe, you had an opportunity now to kind of give a little bit of feedback on how Molly may or may not have made you feel in the moment. I mean, we could open it up to like a group discussion a little bit too. I mean,
Absolutely.
certainly any critique, I mean, this is all just constructive criticism. I don't want anybody to take anything wholeheartedly or get upset by anything.
Didn't she say
you
we're
said.
supposed to leave crying?
Give me your
thought I
best
heard
shot.
that, and-
Well, how do you think you did?
I thought you were the best patient I've ever had. Wow, like you were very empathetic. Like I felt empathy coming from you, to me. Like I don't know. I mean, you made me feel very comfortable.
Oh, well, thank you.
So
Yeah, you were very accepting. It seemed like you already were you were already knowing of what was like occurring. So really from our standpoint, it seemed like it was a very easy
I think you were
discussion.
nervous. I think you were nervous. I sensed the nervousness in you a little bit.
But I think also because he
No, but
was
Joe-
giving you some very closed-end answers, right? So you had to keep
mhm.
poking at him. He wasn't much of a talker, and sometimes you get that. Some patients are the talkers, and then you had to talk more. And
Right.
prod some more from him.
But he was very agreeable, which
Well,
is
what-
rare.
Yeah.
What do you think you did well in this encounter?
I hope I made you feel comfortable that you could open up to me.
But how did you?
My tone of voice, the way I was sitting, more forward, that I wasn't like crossing my arms or like checking my phone, or that I was trying to make eye contact with you, but not like too much.
So I'll agree with all of that, with your body language and all of that leading forward. The tone of your voice was easy to hear, and I never felt rushed. So when you got done with a sentence, you said something, and I definitely agree with that. Does anyone else think anything that she did well?
I agree. I think the tone of your voice, I think, you bring along with you that sort of calming demeanor about yourself, and I think, patients or actors, patients, families respond positively to that, because it is a very emotionally laden situation. And, yeah, I mean, as as far as anything that I sort of may have done a little bit differently is using the words, would you like to sign up? I don't know if personally that would have connected with me. I think that may have been too
Like salesy?
Salesy,
Yeah.
I think, a little bit. Just something to kind of keep in mind.
I didn't even notice I said that.
Yeah,
That's funny.
you know, and and I think, you know, you do a lot of writing. And
Okay,
I think that's the social work side
Yeah.
in you a little
Yeah.
bit, but that might have a tendency to take away from the
the conversation.
the connection
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, other than that, I think you did a good job for being thrown to the wolves first.
thank you.
And actually, I'll agree with everything there too. With the writing, that was what I was going to say.
Okay,
It was particularly hard in the beginning when you were taking notes on the family, because you seemed to be excited that I had 2 children. What were their names? But nothing stopped. Like your
Gotcha.
hand never stopped moving.
Yeah.
So there was a disconnect between that excitement. And as far as the signing up, at that point, I don't know if you noticed, I had gone someplace else.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there seemed to be I was not ready to sign up. We had
Right.
gone through this whole thing. I
Mhm.
was in a different place. I'm not sure.
if we would do like an info visit, maybe?
No, I meant in that moment,
In the
what
moment.
might you have done before you said, are you ready to sign up? I had gone someplace else. Might you have brought me back to the moment?
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it was like you were just in so much pain, it was hard for you to focus. Like I felt like I shouldn't go on anymore.
I felt overwhelmed at
Yeah,
that point that
yeah.
we were making a decision.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, and I actually stopped being able to pay attention what the options were.
okay,
So
Okay.
I actually didn't hear. I knew what you were gonna say, but I wasn't actually hearing the options that I had about pain management.
okay.
I don't know if that was helpful, but.
No, it was, and at that point because when we talked about your wife getting and I thought she should be involved.
I know that was kinda hard because I don't have anyone to play by.
Right, I was like, it sounds like she's a big stakeholder here.
She's a big city.
And when you're having that much pain, it's hard to focus and when your cancer's at advanced level, I wouldn't want to pressure you, so I, in the reality, I would almost want to do an info visit with something like that, because I would feel bad, pressuring, or even going through consents.
I don't know what info.
Info visit would be like if you didn't want to sign up, you weren't ready,
Okay.
and there was no one else here to talk to, then, what we could always do is just leave consents and then come back for another time, or think about it, talk to your wife about it, and then on the consents, it'll explain the different options, like the levels of care, what we do, your care
Okay.
team. And I thought that I was losing you, and to continue going on and on, you would fall asleep or just be like, can you please leave, I'm gonna throw up. So,
Oh, I see, okay. Well, it was just, I know that this is not quite the same thing, but sometimes with medical students, we ask them to do a teach back. So
Mhm.
when I'm confused at the end, I really didn't hear all of that type of thing. I would have said, if
you kind of
I
zoned
was
out.
waiting for you to say, what
How are
I
you
hear.
feeling?
No,
Oh.
how do you see this? And I was gonna say,
Okay.
I actually don't know what you just said.
Okay. So do the ask, tell, ask,
Mhm.
whatever.
But just